What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode in the Everton Rebuilding series in Football Manager 2022. So, in the last week or so, I know I haven't been uploading a lot, and through those last videos I've done, I've been saying, I haven't been 100%, and I'm still definitely in recovery mode because even like today, I don't feel perfect. I've been going in and out of doctors and I've got some medication, all that, so I'm a bit of recovery, and I just got to the point in this save. As you know, we're gonna enter January. We're doing this a bit differently because we had an important game, like last game of the month, before we get into the new year. So, if I'm not at my 100% best, you definitely know why, and. I just wanted to let you guys know that if you're just maybe coming along this video and not really watching me before, which happens, but to give you an update, still the uploads, we might not be daily from here, but, we're going to build back towards that. I didn't want to I could have easily just, gone rest mode the next couple of weeks, but, I need to keep some form of generation alive in the channel. So, hopefully all understandable, but I'm definitely on the mending path. So, we'll get into the main details, and this is kind of reliving that first season, isn't it? Where we're contending for a top 4 position, Champions League, had an impressive season, and if you look into, you always see, is there any key stats for our players? Definitely Jordan Pickford has been big. He's been big in goals for us. He's at 30 years old. He's got that experience. We've had the challenger coming through in Paul Miley. We got excited about, and obviously he has a future. And also, I have got my Patreon as well. I think there's something about this save where I think, compared to the other rebuilds, I think there's more. As I said, we're going to round it up on this season. My tiers on the Patreon, if you go take a look to the tier where you can play my saves. I haven't uploaded the previous rebuilds for the reason I've said, because there wasn't demand for it. But I think especially Everton fans out there, you'd like to continue on the journey, like Paul Miley and a few other youngsters. You want to carry on their career. So once we come to the end of this season, I'll upload that to the Patreon, and those of you that contribute to that can continue the save. But then on to Fabio Vieira, who I demanded something of him because we signed him last season. You look at the stats, like the goal assist output wasn't terrible, but he's clearly on target to get more assists. So we're targeting that for him. Just get involved, and come the end of the season, definitely should be in double figures with his assists. But been impressive because of even his age as well. He's a first team player, but 24, plenty. He's got a lot of years at his best left. I think we've put things in place where this team can go all the way. But we'll go over to the results now. So if we go to the schedule, I'm happy with the limited amount of losses we've had. That's something really key. Like, if you look Napoli, I'll show you the Europa League, and come the end of it, we did pretty well to finish top of the group. Let's say 11 points. I really like our effort there. We only lost that one game as well, finishing above Napoli and Athletic Club. Like, you probably compare them. They'd want to, we thought, okay, that's a 3 dangerous. You got Copenhagen, they'd be the outer team, and it was a battle of 3. But Athletic, they had some good games, but not enough good games, unfortunately, for their side. And of course, and maybe it's a reason we're playing a game today, even though this one was at home against Chelsea. Look at that, Barbosa, excellent striker in FM. We touched on previously. A 4-0, like. I've noticed, like, we've had those maybe disappointing away from home games. You see Southampton, you're like, on paper, he's like, you can, what seems like smashing Chelsea, and then you lose against Southampton. The away fixtures can be tricky. Then you go on to beat Arsenal 1-0, defend really well, which has been, I think, a staple for a lot of this career so far, compared to what it could be for Everton, their defensive ability. And then again, a nice little run we had going. A loss against Aston Villa, you're noticing, away. Where we lose the games away from home, that time against Leicester. So, we're continuing the EFL Cup. We always go about it in a way, we're not going to try and win it, or we're putting more effort into other competitions. And we still, managed to have a pretty decent performance. That Tottenham 0-0 wasn't too entertaining, but not a bad game to get a result from. That's pretty good. I want to give more of an outline though, because in the Premier League stats we showed before, you don't really see it all. So like our goal scorers, Dali Ali as that false 9, be rotating he and Barbosa to give you an idea. When Barbosa has played, you can see he has been the striker a lot and only a few occasions on that right side. So he's been very good. Like in some games he's scored and done well, but he's kind of fit that off the bench or rotation type. 13 goals, averaging a goal every second game from a false 9 in Dali Ali. That's pretty strong. But the thing is, he's playing I think we've got a good share from maybe players that have scored funnily enough as well. Guri. He wants more game time, which is understandable as a new signing, but we've just found our way of getting some consistency into a team, and he wasn't really, regardless if you're a new signing, I say he's a big-ish name, but if you're not performing, and we weren't really using him too much, even off the bench, but we were giving games to Nemanja Jovic, who's someone I see with a lot of upside, so it's a battle. Who are you giving games to? And I just like his efforts. Like even himself, he hasn't got crazy ratings or anything, or goal outputs. But I like his effort in games, and I look so much deeper. I look deeper into the details, not just goal and assist numbers, but when you watch the gameplay, just creating chances and all that. So you take a look at the assists, and excellent by Fabio Vieira, which we already talked about, and Livramento hasn't scored yet this season, and even he's unhappy. He wants a new deal, which is fair enough. We'll probably we'll cover that. He's someone you want to keep happy, but you go to the average ratings, Fabio and Tino, they're both up there, great performers. Obviously, Tino's English, but he's got Portuguese heritage in him, so the Portuguese lads, I still consider him as that. He's got that in his blood. So performing really well, and both on that right side. It just, there's got a good feel. There's a good vibe to that, isn't it? So, there've been some key guys, and then look deeper. Godfrey, he's been consistent at the back. He's someone like Tino, where we're not surprised that he's performing well. It's just you don't really need to mention it. It's what you expect from them. But then one of the new, even Alvarez and Rodon, when they've played, Alvarez has been more regular. That was a really good signing to make. When from the last episode, we just really wanted to get that deal done, and we sold another player, even though he hasn't left yet, Charlie Cresswell, because of different transfer rules and China. He'll be going in January, so I might look. I don't know if we'll need. That's why I haven't really used him, because I feel we got his replacement and been playing him regardless. So I think as a new signing, he's been good. Calvin, haven't really utilized him, but I think we built a good squad for this season. So we're happy how things are traveling along. So we touched on it. I thought, this is a good game. This is good, not just to test ourselves, definitely that, but you guys can see how we go in a tricky fixture away from home, where we've still got results away from home, don't get me wrong. You would have to be in this position, but what you would see as a tricky game, a team a little bit like they're fifth in Chelsea, and we know their quality, so they're going to come hard. They want to try and take our position, one of the top 4 spots anyway, but if you take a look, we're probably going to have to rotate. It's a rotation job that we're generally on. And the last game we played, we might have to switch things up a bit. But I think for Adley, just for this game here, Benassa, who's got maybe a bit of a stronger defensive game to him while still being really creative, because he could play in that DM role. I found when we got Phillips there and Benassa there, we were just a bit stronger defensively. And winning tackles within midfield. Adley is a fantastic player creatively. So Edwards comes in, and Guri as well, to get his fitness up to go, on our run, and we get the knockout stages in the Europa League. Going to be really important. And in terms of the tyre players, Smith Rowe and Godfrey, I think when you saw how many needed a rest, we're pretty happy. With this 11 strong today. Even Edwards, we could have put Barbosa there, but it's we're bringing in some decent players who also need fitness. So let's see how this is going to strike it for us. I'm always someone where I could do better. I could do better with the management of my players and rotations, but you see where we are in the league as well. It's always a mix and match with that. We could be rotating more, but we may have not got as good results. I say this is not a top 4 team. I think where we are in the Europa League, I think that's where we are. So I think being third right now is a pretty good job. We could get one more sub. Might as well be Morant. Cresswell. We got like Mepham on the bench, so Miranda, but probably won't be used. So let's get cracking into it right now. Chelsea, see, just the names step out with what we just touched on. Apply the instructions. They got their familiar names with a few extra signings, as you expect, come a few seasons in, but they got Wagner Mancini. There's a Mancini there, Wagner, as their manager, but yeah, I think we compete. I love that midfield. We got a strength there, and we had to bring Amian in. We needed rotation for the fitness. I really like our midfield. Obviously Dali Ali, and he's as the false 9 as well. So I think that's where our strengths lie, while also generally our defense. Like I feel we've built a good structure through our signings, and that's a reason why we're doing these rebuilds. I think it's fairly okay. What are we going to say? Meaty's given us credit. I think these guys are hesitant. It happens when you're not using them a lot. Yeah, we'll roll with that. What I was going to say is, it's like, in FM, you can rebuild your team fairly easy, but say easy. Everton, we've been through our financial situations. Like, we're still heavy on the wages each month, so we'll cap that off. But I guess it's more, I like how I rebuild my teams, and it's like why I enjoy doing these saves. But let's see what it all leads to in this one game. Come on, can we cover? As I said, Chelsea is a quality outfit, and we don't want to concede a goal. We don't want to concede a goal that shouldn't have happened. You know what I mean? Like a banger. If it's some bad defensive play, we take that on the chin. But because I think we set up well for games, or a set piece, which equally can happen. All right, we're still relatively early, but encourage is a go-to for me. Like a good encourage. Okay, Hudson-Odoi. Aspilicueta. Yeah, you can tell they're pushing. Without having a shot on target yet, though. But I'm feeling like this is almost... We're going to have to take a hit, because they're just coming after us. But if they don't take advantage, this is what can happen. Like I said, our defending has been good, hasn't it? We've been, preventing those goal-scoring situations. But before we speak too soon, as I said, you can only let them have so many. But that's, again, it's a breakdown in the passing, which we caught them offside again. So despite them having chances, we're holding up, and that's what we've seen. Maybe not in some away games, mind you. So it's interesting what to say here. That's why we wanted to... It's not just setting up this way, but getting in the quality, because we may have done this in a previous season, like last season, and the better teams were just outplaying us, and we're maintaining, or we're avoiding that, even though we haven't created too much today. I'm just going to say demand more from my team, which is, big when you're playing away. And Phillips, been a nice little capture for us this season. If he smashes in a free kick here, we're laughing. No. How close was that, man? They got that Salamaker's already on a yellow. Could be dangerous, and there he is. Oh, see, again, we've held up defensively and made some good tackles. Now, let's build on that. Let's build on that and find a good attacking play. This is not bad. There we go. Smith Rowe. There we go. It's Smith Rowe. And he probably could have finished that. Or no, he could have executed the shot just a bit more convincingly, let's say. If we sneak one just before halftime, it felt second half of this first half. Is this us panicking? Because we're creating good enough opportunities, without a doubt. Yeah. Pretty disappointing. You look at the stats. Both teams, I'd say both teams can get disappointed. They've had more opportunities, but the ones we've had, we equally wasted. But if we take a draw from this, you've seen some other away games, and yeah, I'm targeting at least the draw, even though we're not switching up our style to play for the draw. If we get 4 points from Chelsea league games in this season, winning at home, draw away, that's kind of the target you can go for against these. Do it for the fans, but yeah, when you're away, it's not the same. Not quite the same. Thrash arms, we have the ability to... It's a tricky when you just get a couple. So we go individuals, yeah, 2 of them, obviously the ones that are unhappy, and just say, point finger, I have faith in you. You can't get them all get a positive reaction, but if you can switch up one, it's not too bad. But yeah, as I said, we can manage, because I think we were under a lot of pressure that first 20 to 25 minutes. I don't think they really had a clear chance, but it was like a lot of the set pieces where you could easily concede from. We know that, but you see, yeah, Phillips drops back there, the halfback role, which is good for counters. I like his positioning is generally good, though there I think he should have been in position to win the header, was a little bit more advanced, but we're defending, holding up. And this has been a big reason why we've got results this season. Pickford, strong. Maybe not the most entertaining game. I think this game has actually been pretty interesting so far. It's easy to say no goal. I don't generally one that subscribes to that. When it's no goal scored, it's boring. What? A goal gets scored from one chance and suddenly, oh yeah, that game was so much more entertaining. No, not always the situation. And there you go. The game is suddenly lightened up because the goal was scored. It's disappointing though, but I think you get the feel of that was coming. We could be excited about saying, oh, we're in a drawing position. But again, yeah, they found their way just getting through. And I'm not surprised because you can only let your opponents in FM have so many chances. And it kind of happened at a point, yeah, you could pay a bit more attention to that. We'll bring in Adley, kind of a like for like in that situation. Phillips. It's almost I want to give Alvarez a go. And if anything, he's a bit better in that role. Played him there a little bit. And we'll leave one more sub. I just want to see what those, fresher legs do. And I generally, increased like that. Not major changes, but we can still go back to the chances we had, towards the end of the first half. You could say there was good enough chances there. But where the game is at, there's no reason why we can't get an equaliser, man. If it plays out the same way, where we have a stronger second half of the half, like we did in the first, there's no reason, why we can't see one. Edwards. Oh, these little situations. Little battles. Mendy. It's going to be interesting to see how this play... I hate those. Over the top. And again, I think I'm saying we've done well not to concede more than one goal, funnily enough. So, Hudson-Odoi, and they're really pushing now. The stamp. I think they know if they get another one. Oof, which they don't. I think it's Barbosa time. Dali Ali in danger of being booked. We'll take him off. And I'll probably, we'll switch Barbosa. He's just a bit more favoured in that role. Okay. We've made our changes. And I feel like it's like you're almost taking a respectable loss here if we just go at it 1-0. We want to try and get an equaliser, but it's funny. I'm still happy with our game today. I don't think Chelsea's completely broke us down. Where in parts it looks like, they've tested. That is Ronaldo of the camera variety. He's good technically. I like those little batch, but I think as a top Premier League club, you need a bit more. But yeah, he's not bad. But yeah, when I'm looking for my playmaker, those batch of 3 attributes in the green, that's a target. But I'd like to have a bit more, to be honest. Okay. To be this deep into the game and have a chance to get something from it, it's not the worst position. Come on, Livramento. We talked about this. Even though it's with Edwards now, Livramento. Far out. Even if we don't score from this, but we get a penalty. How good was his attack play there? Like, he's ridiculous. That's my last couple episodes. It's my response to him. Like, just... I don't, like, when someone's playing well, I try and praise them a lot, and I'm just like, man, here he goes again. Like, just look at him. Now, here he is. Talk about a sub. We know. I didn't just sign him because of his penalty-taking ability. He's still a good overall striker, but are you going to see a better pen taker in FM? I've had him a couple times over the years in different saves I've played, so we know his quality, Gabigol. And you're just confident where he could put you in a position where you get, like, how many times? How many times has he done that? Hey, it's not GG. It's not game over yet, but it could be, and it might make me eat my words. No, we caught him offside. I can get ahead of myself, but they're checking it, and it's a goal disallowed. Normally I feel when it's offside, you can tell on your view, like normally in real life as well. Even though that was ridiculously close, I've just played FM so much over the years. We know that VAR calls. Didn't I say earlier not a corner? Okay, it's not going to be directly, but they're going to swing that back in. And it had to be one of those, didn't it? It had to be one of those. And we hated that. We were position to get an equaliser. We'll take a look at the replay, because could you really have conducted much? What was that? Fell to Hudson-Odoi. He was a bit free, but yeah, always when that ball comes back in, your defence can be a little bit out of shape. You're set up for the defending the corner. But which I think we have defended well. That's what I'm not worried from directly from the corner. It's what happens after that. But should have been a goal. Should have been a goal for Gabby, but we could have easily got a point from this. And I was almost on the edge of talking about that with that penalty we got. It's a bit tough. That's a bit tough to take. And could they make a bit more pain? No. It's tricky because you don't get any reward from the match unless there's some late, but you don't expect it when the time's looking like that. It's like a respectable performance where you don't get anything from it. You don't get anything from it. Alvarez came on and that change was good, even though, it was just freshen up the legs and have a similar performance, really, like Phillips. But, they had more chances, but I think we played it in a way where that was always going to be the case. But, we played it in a way where, we really could have snuck a draw from the game. And I think avoided us getting dominated on the score sheet, on the score line, 2-1 in the end. But it could have easily been a 1-1, but it's not our worst away performance and result for the season. So I'll say I'm not happy. Mixed reviews from the players. So that was always going to be a danger of that. But yeah, we saw the fixtures we have coming up, but this is also one out of the way. We can continue to pick up our points and getting results against. We know what we see as the top 6 teams, and Newcastle get up there now, with their money, and Arsenal, Tottenham start to drop down, and then everyone else, I see a lot of winnable games, like you've seen our results for the season. So, then we can get back and we are still in the top 4 position. So, yeah, I think we will be settling there, and I think that would, that's a good way to finish this. We go, however, I think we can go deep into Europa League, if not all the way, and win it. That would be perfect. I think finish the top 4 position, Europa League winners. Yeah, we can say that for sure. But as I said, give you a roundup. We did. You can see, we're taking a bit of loss for the season. It's always going to come from what we're seeing. We've got a few talents coming through, but we always see it a bit more exciting. Just so when we head over to the under-23s, and yeah, we sort by potential. Like Paul Miley's still seen. Yeah, he's under 23 by age, and then into under 18s, we'll see from why not see from there. We've got from the 3.5 to the 4-star potentials. They're there almost range, but a couple of the guys have 2-star. So Ted Humphrey, he's been up there, but I did say we were going to go financially. And it's something I wanted to. I'm not going to pay too much attention towards it, but it's definitely, for the coming seasons. You still want to keep your mind on it. Hold up. There we go. Finances. Yeah, the player wages, 7 million. I think that might be some clauses in that, because that is a lot more than what our actually wage bill is. If we see the comparison there. The current spending, that's just over 2 million. So I just felt I felt like it's been this way from the start of the save. We've had a lot of taken out of our wage each month, more than what our spending has been. But again, various reasons, as I said, specific bonuses can be applied to that. So as I said, I've got my goals to finish up this save as a series on YouTube. For this final season. So I'm not stressing too much financially. We've got our team, and every season we get that influx at the end of the season. So it's yep, it's covered. Don't stress about it too much. What are you gonna do too much? And like we talked about the fixtures, you're gonna see, there's Arsenal within there, but then obviously 2 of them there are Carabao Cups. But we just got through a Chelsea game. Got through it. We didn't get any reward from it, but I think it wasn't a performance where it's going to be hindering our morale, which is important. You take a 4-0 loss, it hits you a bit, but I think the players can be happy with their individual performances. But as I said, sorry if I wasn't at my 100% best today. Not sure how much it'll come across in the video, and even, I don't know, because obviously I got my Journeyman series as well. I've got to play through that a bit more, but hopefully you guys understand my current situation. Don't want to give away too much details, because I don't think that's needed, but I'm just recovery mode, and we'll be doing all right, and then getting back to our normal upload schedule before too long. So all's good. Leave a like on the video for more, and I'll see you guys next time.